Am I live? I think I am, finally. I always have a very hard time initiating this setup because, I don't know, it's just hard. It's just hard for me. Okay, it's here. I was searching for this. There's a way for me to put up the chat. I think it's here. Yes. So yeah, here I can see what everybody's saying. Um, Let me leave a like on the live stream. Mm, what do I have to do now? Well, let me just put it on Twitter. If you guys can hear me, please say so, because I'm not sure. Like I have a hard time with my microphone most times. Let me tweet about it. I'm already live. Here. Okay, I think it's working now. Damn, it's hot today. That's Brazil for you. Like, it rained so hard earlier, but now it's. Let me see if this is working properly. I think it is. Anyways, hello everyone. How are you all doing? I decided to do this live stream just because I don't know, like there's no special reason. I just wanted to talk. I just wanted to share some feelings towards healing good and just randomly talk about things. There was an image I wanted here. This one, the princesses, because why not? Why not talk about the princesses, right? Hello, Asterisk, Sun, and Maki. How are you all doing? It's Monday evening. Like, Monday is not a very good day. I know that. Hello, Anthony. Monday is not a good day, but, well, I'm still in vacation. So for me, it's not that bad of a Monday. It's just a regular day for me. But I hope you guys are fine. I hope you guys are doing good. And I hope you guys are not having this strange weather that we're having in Brazil. Like in January, it rains a lot, but it's very hot. So I don't know. I love rain, but I don't like hot weather at all. Hello, everyone. Coquette Gaming, Ande, Anthony. Asterisk said, it feels weird that Healing Good is already so close. Feels like only a few days ago we saw the team for the first time. Yes, it's very close. Like, we're only 2 episodes away from Start Twinkle to end. And then Healing Good will start. And you guys remember when we saw the logo for the first time and we started theorizing? Like, it feels so close. And we're already seeing the team and we know the names and the profiles and everything. So it's like kind of surprising, you know? Hello, Pre Hearts, Ivan Lee. T, how are you doing? You finally made it to. I barely stream, so yeah, it's very hard to catch one. But yeah, I'm happy you're here. Yes, but anyways, we're very close to Healing Good. It's 3 weeks away. Yeah, we have 2 more Saturdays with Start Twinkle, 18 and 25, and then um, yeah, I'm saying Saturday because at least here in Brazil, when the episodes air, it's Friday. It's Saturday. It's not Sunday. And then the episode will air for me in Saturday, the 1st of February. So we're like basically 3 weeks, less than 3 weeks away. Damn, I'm very excited. I'm very excited. Hi, Franir. How are you doing? Pre-hard said to me, it still feels like we just got the logo leak for Star Twinkle. Maybe I just mishugged though. Yeah. I still remember everything that happened in the Star Twinkle leak phase. Like people were not believing it was real and everything. Like it's been fun. It's been fun as well. Just like the Healing Good one has been also a lot of fun. Anthony Thomas said, "I have a feeling that episode 48 in Star Twinkle will be similar to Happiness Charge. Happiness Charge, I like the Happiness Charge ending was great, but I didn't like that Lovely was the only one that fought the last battle. So I hope Star Twinkle does not go that way. It doesn't seem that it's gonna go that way. So I'm not sure. Like I think it's going to be a little different. At least the last battle. T. Yes, I'm also very excited for Healing Good and the finale from Star Twinkle. I think the last two episodes are going to be very good, just like the one we had this weekend. I just made the name of the live stream Healing Good Fights because I've seen some people commenting on the fights based on this scene of the new trailer of the second trailer, in which we can see Kira Grace stopping the punch by just using her hand. And there is another funny frame of that one as well. Where is it? It's here. With Rabirin also using the pawns that there's in the wand, just to probably the scene before this one. Uh, and people have been commenting on the fights, like how are the fights gonna go in Healing Good, and some people are concerned. Some people are talking about how they won't be able to fight with the wands. How are you guys feeling about that? Because honestly, when I saw the trailer for the All Stars movie, I was very excited with the powers. I liked them. They looked cool, and like it's a good like it was a good fighting scene. At least like we barely saw them fighting, but it was a good fighting scene at that moment. And like I was excited for the fights in Healing Good. I thought they were going to be good, but I don't know now. Like now I'm starting to feel a little torn about this idea of them having the wands. I'm not. I don't know. I'm not sure. Hi Venus, how are you doing? I've heard theories where people say that Healing Good will use a mix of Kirakira's fight style and Hugto's. I think that Hugto didn't really have like a specific fighting style. It was just the girls fighting. They were able to fight physically, and even though for the most part they didn't, but I think it was more of an animation thing more than like the ability of them to fight. Just kind of like Star Twinkle. Like we haven't had in Star Twinkle like greatest animated battles, but we know the girls can fight, and we know the girls are able to do that. And like my biggest problem with Healing Good is the fact that they're probably gonna have to hold the wand at all times. So I don't know. Like I this is something that will hold them off a little bit in some battles. Like the people that are choreographing the battles are gonna have to think a lot on creating a battle scenario for them to punch. I mean, to kick, it's easier. But I think it's like when you're holding something while you're fighting and you're not using that to fight, like a sword or a lance or something like that, or a spear, uh, it's hard. It's kind of hard to choreograph that. I don't know how they're going to do that, but Precure is always very creative. I don't know. Anthony Doolan said, I feel like the blue cure is the one that will be using the least the wand. I hope so. I hope so. The blue cures are very conservative in fighting, like for the most part. And even Kira Cosmo could have been more out there with the fights, but the way she uses her perfume is very boring. So if the blue cures end up, like if the blue cure in this case ends up using the least her wand, I am going to love that. We're in need of something different in the blue ones. Asterisk said, if I'm correct, the fights in the first series of any given Precure is a little different to the rest of the series. In the first episode, yeah. Yes, I agree. Like in the first episodes, we do have more of an emphasis on their abilities, and then for the most part, it gets like they kind of forget about that, right? Just kind of like with like Soleil. Soleil used to kick a lot at the start, and then for in the last part, sometimes we see her kicking, but not with the greatest animation. Like in the first episodes she used to use that more, and maybe that's because they want to show what they're capable of doing right at the start. Yeah, so I don't know. Yeah, Noble's T. It will come down to what what animators are available at the time. Best Fighter animators were unavailable second half of Hugto, for example. Yeah, in the first half we had great fights. We had that fight in episode four. In episode like in episode four was epic. Like story wise, animation wise, everything was epic in episode four, from Hugto. And in the second half, we didn't have many fights, and like even the All Stars episode was something special. So it's hard to use that. I don't know. Ivan Lee said, "Have you seen the pictures for Star Twinkle that show we may be getting a fight with the girls in their Twinkle style next episode?" Yes, I have. And I'm very happy that they're using that style in the episode, actually, because we haven't seen that yet. And it reminded me a lot of Mahotsukai. Mahotsukai had beautiful clothes, beautiful costumes for the power ups, but they barely used that, and they used that in the last fight. And so if like we're having the same writer for Mahotsukai and Star Twinkle, they're probably doing the same thing. They're going to use that in the last fight as well. So I'm very curious to see that, because it's nice seeing the power-ups outside of the animation of the attack. And even in the attack in Star Twinkle, we barely see the costumes. Franier said, "We're probably going to be getting a lot of the usual one defects with punches and kicks. There really isn't much Precure can do outside of that." Yeah, I think that sometimes they try something new with fights, and like Healing Good is trying something new if you think about it, right? Like Healing Good is using like this new idea of wands as a transformation device, as the weapon, and as the mascot. So like they're putting three different things at the same thing. They have done that in the past with transformation devices and mascots, but not the weapons. And like this is something new for healing, for Precure in general. So this is a new idea they came up with, which is pretty nice, by the way. I like this idea a lot. And like I don't know how this is going to work, but at least I like when they try something new. And like for example, they tried something new with Kira Kira, and I found that nice. Particularly, I know lots of people don't, but I liked that. And like for example, in Mahotsukai, they used lots of different stones. Lots of different stones had different powers. Like they could have gone like an extra step on that, but the idea feels nice. So I like when they try new ideas, and honestly, like this is a new idea that feels great in Healing Good. I think that's going to be great. Let's see how it's going to go. T said, "A lot of fight animators keep getting eaten by Boku no Hero. A lot of Precure veterans work on that." Really? Wow, that's impressive. Like, at least it seems like I'm not watching Boku no Hero, but the last episode had like an impressive fighting scene. It seems. I don't know. Like people are commenting, people are saying that. Yeah, and I stopped in the second season of Boku no Hero. I'm still gonna watch it, and like I stopped in that episode of when what's the name of the character? Bakugo. Bakugo is the explosion guy, right? Bakugo and Uraraka. What's her name? Uraraka. And I think they were going to fight in the next episode. It's their fight, and I haven't seen that episode yet, so I stopped right there. I'm going to go back one day, I think. Now let's see. The ones that their transformation device, yes. Like this is a big thing. And Asterisk said, they must have something up their sleeves with the wand. It's very rare that Toy combine multiple toys into one like that, because it means they have less toys to sell. Yes. I think they're going an extra mile with this wand, trying to make it look very familiar and beautiful, so people will look at it and want to buy it. Like I am desperately in need of this wand in my life already. Like I love the twinkle stick. So the twinkle stick is like it's always going to have like a special place in my heart. It's the first Precure weapon I bought. But this one also looks amazing, and it has the fact that it has the mascot in it. You can change the mascots, so you can have the three ones at once if you buy everything. Like, come on, toy, you sneaky bastard. Pre-hard said, always debut episode perfect head bun in the movie. Our only sort of combat I've seen in Kira Kira. Ali had she used punches in Kira Kira. She used to bring some ice um, gloves, and she used to punch sometimes. And the last fight in Kira Kira, there was hand-to-hand combat. I remember, like I clearly remember Kira Makaran kicking the what's the name of the that Elisio last form, the form that when Elisio fused with Lumiere. I don't know. Anthony Dulon said, "Are they going to sing while they transform, like the Star Precure?" We don't know. We don't know yet. What do you guys think? Do you guys think they're gonna sing? Franner, there are plenty of ways a wand can be used. It can have a light sword effect, shoot lasers, a whip. A wand could become anything with a little imagination and magic. Yes. I think the only thing the wand won't become is a weapon that can hit the target, like a sword or a spear, because the mascot is there. Or if it does, if it ends up being something like that, I think that it's going to be more of a comedic scene, like the girl hits the monster of the week, and then the mascot gives her a warning, like "Stop hitting with me," something like that. Hi, Rosie, how are you doing? Mark, I feel like everyone forget that the Kira Kira Cures were legendary patissiers instead of legendary warriors, like every other cures. So as long as the Healing Good Cures are referred to as warriors, we should be good. Yeah, I don't know. Like, we know that there is going to be physical combat in Healing Good. Like, the one thing we saw in the All Stars trailer just gave that away. Like, Fontaine, Queen Fontaine showed us that there's going to be a combat. There are going to be combat scenes. Galaxy Fish, I'm here. I'm sorry, my phone was. Oh, hi, how are you doing, Galaxy? Thank you for always being here. Pre-Heart said, I think the element bottles are going to be like the Mirai crystals from Hukto, where they have to earn them, and when they earn them, they all unlock a new power, maybe in the ones. Yes, they're going to be like connected to the ones, and I think it's going to be kind of like Go Princess without the costume change. I don't think we're gonna have costume changes in this one, but I think it's going to be more or less like Go Princess. Maybe they will get a new finisher, a new group attack, or a new like middle attack, like the Go Princess had. The Go Princess girls had the Happiness Charge girls had, the Heart Catch girls had. I think it's going to be somewhat like that. Mm, Anthony Thomas said, "I bet Healing Good will have a crossover movie with Heart Catch." I don't think so. I don't think so. Like, this is a dream. This is a dream come true, but I don't think we'll get there. I don't know. Mm, I don't know. And Kirby said, I'd rather have Healing Good and Go Princess crossover. At least for now, it seems that it's more like closer to Go Princess than it was to Heart Catch. We'll see once the season starts. Maybe it won't be close to any of the two. Galaxy Fish said, "I want to pre-order the one so badly. The Paw Prince is so cute." Yes, I really want to get my hands on this one, but I don't know. I'm still debating over getting the cutie figures, because the cutie figures are cute and they're cheaper. The cutie figures are so good, and they're easier to collect. I don't know. Uh, I like collecting stuff, and the cutie figures are something I try to collect like the whole season. I was going to do that with the Star Twinkle figures, but it's not going to be possible. Like the last ones, the different forms, the powered up forms are so expensive, and they're only sold on Bandai's website. And for me to get that, I would probably have to go through eBay. That makes things even more expensive. So I'm not going to complete the whole collection, the whole Star Twinkle collection, unfortunately. Mm. Rosie, I believe the bottles for the attacks are very similar to Go Princess. Yes, I think the same. Galaxy Fish, I think the bottles will give the girls different attacks. Me too. I can't think of any attacks for Clover or Fruit. Just let your imagination flow. Clover, cure honey, and Fruit, cure custard. Like, so many different ideas. So many different ideas. Like, like we can go wild with Precure. Like the attacks are some of the attacks are some very crazy. I don't think Hard Catch is coming back unless the director does, and he only just did the Star Twinkle film. Yeah, I think I don't know. Like Hard Catch was very famous, but I feel like Precure is a very current thing. Like they're always trying to get the children, and like children from nowadays they don't know Hard Catch. So I don't know if they're going to try to build like bring two different generations together in a movie. I don't know. I like Toy never did that, and I don't know. Honestly, I don't know. I don't think they will do that. Like they might do a special thing with all of the teams in the 20th anniversary. I don't know, but mm, I'm not sure. Uh, Pre-Hard said, whenever Toy decides to make another All Stars Memories, I want to see Healing Good interact with Hard Catch and Go Princess teams. When that happens, it's going to be so packed. 20 different seasons, 18 different seasons. I don't know. Like, mm, I think, and maybe we're going to have that. Like, the Hugto special episodes, like, for me, the Hugto episodes did All Stars better than the All Stars movies. The way they brought, oh my God, the way they brought the girls together in that episode, uh, dividing each team by themes, it was so nice and it felt epic. It felt really epic. Like I got chills over my body thinking about that fight because it was way too good. And like we barely see girls interacting in different like in All Stars movies. It's been a while since we had an All Stars. Like yeah, we did have the Hugto movie, but like we didn't have much interaction, unfortunately. Rosie said, I'm tossing up for the Cure Sparkle plush, a Healing Good Precure, or the one with the rabbit mascot. Yeah, it's so hard. We have to think about what we're gonna have because it's hard to choose. It's hard to decide what we're gonna get. Um, Precure merchandise is so expensive. It is. Damn. I don't have a Cure Blossom figure out and Hugto Cutie figures. I want a Cure Marine figure out and Cure Mint Key Posket so badly. The Key Posket ones are so cute. I love them. And from Hugto, I have the Lulu and Emidu set. It's so beautiful. And they're my favorites from the Hugto era. So I was happy that I was able to get them. Venus said, have images for the toy one came out yet? Do the element bottles go in the same place as the healing animals, or do they go two in the top? Because if they go in the same place as the healing animals, it can mean they don't need to have the ones at hand all the time, and they can be summoned when needed. Well, that's the thing. I don't know. Like, I haven't seen the bottles being used. In one of the first images of Hugto Healing Good, the promo images, they are with the bottles, right? Yeah. Uh, yeah, they're here. They go in a little lower than the animals. Down here, where is. Yeah, here. They go here, exactly where the flower thing is. So, no, I don't think we're going to escape those little cute devils. Frenner said, I'd honestly just be satisfied with a Heartree cameo or even just a Fairy Drop Studio brand item being recognized. Yeah, that would be nice. Hello, Luminous. How are you doing? I'll even settle for Tsubomi's sister being the sixth ranger if we can have it. I would love to see Tsubomi's little sister in action one day. But then it would have to be Hard Catch too, right? it's we're gonna have to have hard catch too. If not, like she needs to be, or at least the main character, or she would have to act as the mentor for the rest of the team. I don't know. Like if that were going to happen, we would need a season to be in the same region as hard catch. So yeah, please hard catch too. Come on. Um, why do they keep getting French names for Precure? I'm Franco American, and it's weird sometimes to have French names for Precure. There was a reason for French names in Hukto. It's explained in that episode in which Cure Infini is born. So there isn't a reason, but they talk about that in that episode. And honestly, I think it's just because it looks cool. You know, it sounds cool, it sounds posh. French words are usually used when they need something posh, something nice. Uh, yeah, as Venus said, I think Japanese just think French words are stylish. In Parfit's case, it's because it's the name of the sweet, because macaron is also a word. It's also a French sweet. I don't know if macaron is a French word. I don't know. I'm not sure. Mm, which VA do you want to see as a sixth extra cure in Healing Good? I want to have Riza Grammary to be part of this team, or Yukine Chris. I don't know. Jane, I used to know a lot of VAs and a lot of people that worked in the industry. Lately, I just don't care much about them. So, like, I don't care about knowing names and everything. I just like checking their work when they're actually working. So, like, I don't have any names of VAs I want to see. Mm, I wanted Erica to be the mentor figure when this was first announced. Erica would be a great mentor for sure. She was at Toy Studio during the poll, so she could have recorded lines while she was there. Mm, I don't know. Like I would love to see Hard Catch 2 one day, but as I said, Precure is very current, so they're always trying to please the younger generation, like first and foremost. And if we had a season that would be a follow up to Hard Catch, like they would have to focus on the original Hard Catch fans first. I don't know. Like that's how I see it, but I could be wrong. Asterisk said, Paris syndrome is a phrase that originates from Japan, and it's the disappointing feeling Japanese tourists get when they visit France because it didn't live up to their expectation. They're obsessed. Oh my god. Frenner knows all the little tidbits and nice curiosities about things. Like everything I don't know and I put on Twitter, he always has an answer. Like he is someone who knows lots of stuff about lots of stuff. Galaxyfish said Mamoru Miyano playing a mascot would be so fun. He played Maiden in All Stars Memories. Mamoru Miyano, he plays the main character in Zombieland Saga. That's how I remember him for the most part. And he's also dubbing cats in Japan. I would love to see cats in Japanese, honestly. And Miyano is playing one of the characters. He's playing one of the twin cats. I obviously don't remember the names. The names in cats are hard. Honestly, they're very hard. But he's playing one of those cats. So that would be I think that would be a funny thing. Um, what else? What else? Rosie said, hoping we get more magazine scans soon. Hopefully, more on the villains. I think uh, we usually get magazine scans late in the month. So, like, before Healing Good starts, we're going to have a look at the first episodes, of the first few episodes in the scans of the magazine. So, I hope they show the villains as well. I'm very curious to see the villains. I like the one we already saw. Let me see if I have the picture of that little guy here. Um, no. Yes, I do. He looks very nice. He looks very nice. I love this villain already. What else? What else? Mark said, honestly, what really annoys me is that Cure Stars just Cure Etoile translated to English. Yeah. Like we have two Cure Anjays in the Precure universe, right? Pre Hearts commented, I want to see Sumire Morohoshi voice a Precure because she has such a range from voicing Ichigo to Tsubasa to Coco. I'd love to hear Ichigo's voice as a Cure. Ichigo from Aikatsu or Tokyo Mew Mew. I love his role in Zombieland Saga. I hate his role in Zombieland Saga. He irritates me so much. That character irritates me so much, but his voice actor is so good. Like he is amazing. He's amazing. I love his voice acting. He's a talented man for sure. What else? What else? There was this idol from France who inspired the whole idol craze. They were so obsessed with her, they wanted to replicate that in their music and culture. Well, Japan is obsessed with France. Hard catch movies there to prove it. The villain in the first trailer was already enough to hype me. He's so handsome. He is handsome. He is very handsome. He's charming, and he has this laziness about him that can be very charming as well. Oh, Aikatsu. Yeah, I love Ichigo's voice actor in Aikatsu. Yeah. Magazine scans. Gotta love the magazine scans. Girl, magazine scans save us all the time. They're awesome. And thanks for people that are showing them to us, that are taking pictures and, giving them to us because like the Western fandom thanks you, Japanese mysterious person. Galaxy Fish said his design reminds me of Doki Doki villains. Maybe it's just the blue and yellow eyes. Mm. He kind of reminds me of Capard. So I don't know. Like, I think this villain is going to be amazing. Kira Kira was in France. Yeah, there was a heavy France influence in Kira Kira for sure. Jason said, just saw this. I'm thinking of starting my own channel once Healing Good starts, but I only have an iPhone. Advice? Well, I film my videos with my cell phone. And like, I don't have a microphone to use when I film the videos. I do have this microphone, but sometimes I film the videos on my computer, but most times I film with the cell phone, a simple cell phone. So yeah, just put yourself in front of a camera and talk. That's what I do. And I know sometimes my videos get very confusing because I don't think about what I'm gonna say, or I don't organize my thoughts. But I'm a disorganized person. I'm a mess, so I can't organize anything. But I feel like just share your view on the world and on Healing Good. Mamoru Miyano and Mayumi Tanaka are definitely my favorite VAs. How ironic is it that the only French dub of Precure is Lost Media? Really? Wow. There are so many dubs from the first season, right, around the world. And unfortunately, it seems that it's harder to get Precure out there. I hope things change with Healing Good. Come on, Crunchyroll. Try to talk some sense into toy animation. Asterisk said, I hope he's as good a villain as Capard. Yes, if he is half of what Capard is, I'm happy already. Because Capard is honestly one of my favorite villains in the Precure world already, together with Papuru, because I will never forget Papuru. Papuru is the best, but Capard is like a close second. I love him, and not only because he's hot, because he's very handsome, but he was a nice villain. Yeah, he was a very nice villain, and honestly, the Star Twinkle villains were nice. I've heard the theory tossed around that the villains represent endangered animals. Really? That's a nice theory. That's a dangerous theory. I would like to see that. Honestly, I would like. And Tokyo is getting a comeback, right? It's getting a comeback lately, so it would like be right on time. all you need is a phone to make videos. Yes. If you want like something very high quality, a channel that is top notch in quality, yeah, if you have the money, you should buy a camera. But I think that, I don't know, maybe you would buy a camera just to make a channel and things don't work very well. I don't know. So I would suggest you start with your phone. Ferner said we need more good villains. I think that good villains, they really help a season out. They really help a season out. Sometimes when the villains are forgettable, like they were in Mahotsukai, for example, like a good chunk of the season is lost. We need good villains. An official dub and sub for all the Precure seasons and movies would be everything. Yes. Unfortunately, like media made for girls, they hardly come to the West, I think. More specifically, the children ones. Best villain for me is between Charlotte or Papuru. Charlotte was also a very, like all the villains in Hugto were very well done. They were very, very well crafted. Daigon, maybe. You could say Daigon wasn't the best villain, and I would say I kind of agree because he didn't have like a good. We barely saw him working as a villain, you know. So I love redeeming villains in Precure. Best writing move for me. I do too. When I was younger, I liked when they killed the villains because I thought that it was so badass. But nowadays I prefer when they redeem the villains. Well, that's basically what happens every time, right? That's basically what happens every time. My big hope is that we don't immediately figure out who the extra cure is the second we see the full villain group shot early on. I Unfortunately, I think that the sixth ranger of this season is going to be on that box thing, on that little house. She's gonna be there, and people are gonna find her in one way or another. Unless Toei is playing smart this time and not putting her there in some way, and they're deciding to release like a chunk of new merchandise when she comes out, because with Cosmo, I'm looking at Cosmo here. With Cosmo, we didn't have many new merchandise, but I also hope that there is a mystery of the sixth ranger in this season. I really hope that we have like theories and ideas concerning who she's going to be and not how she's going to transform, because lately what we've been doing is basically think about how the transformation is going to go, and how, like, when we have a villain, how is she going to become good? Or Emiru, for example, how is she going to turn into a cure later on? You know, like, we know who they're going to be, like, very early on. That's a good side on that as well. I don't know. Let's see how things are going to go from this time. Daigon had that monkey dance, though. Yeah, he did. But I think he did that only once in the whole season. Villains serve too as a foil to the heroes. They need to be just as developed as them, otherwise the hero and their actions will not be as important. Yeah, I totally agree. Sometimes we do have some villains that are just there to be killed and to show how much the hero has grown and how stronger they became. That's okay. But when we have recurring villains like in Precure, they need to be good. They need to be good in one way or another. Anthony Dulon, what are the Precures you can't stand? There's only one I can't stand, but I'm not gonna say it. Like, I've said so many bad things about her in past videos that let's not talk about it. Let's talk about positive things. I mean, Toei were smart enough not to show us the toy catalog this time, so maybe they'll be better at hiding the extra cure. Maybe. I wish. I hope so. Like, maybe we're gonna have somewhat of a character like Cosmo, like Uni, that could be our sixth cure, and then a villain that could be our sixth cure, and then a civilian girl that could be the sixth cure, the sixth ranger, you know? Like, and so we were looking at them and trying to think about how things are gonna go. Like, I still miss the crazy days of Sweet. I remember people trying to guess who the Sweet girls were going to be, and it was so fun at that time. It was so fun. Um, Precure villains usually don't have the best stories. Hugto probably had the most complex villains. I agree. I love complex villains with motives that are scarily relatable. Yeah, I think the Kira Kira villains were good. They were very good. Like the I don't remember that blonde one. The name of the blonde one. I don't remember his name. He was very nice. Like he had a very simple motive, but the way what's the name of the villain from Kira Kira? The main villain. I forgot the name. I'm thinking about Dune, the hard catch one. Uh, yeah, I think Kira Kira had great villains, and we had Elisio, who is amazing. Noir, right? Noir got him uh, based on that idea. Like it was so fun. And Go Princess had great villains, even though I don't like clothes. I don't like clothes, honestly. Precure has been better these past years with villains, so I'm not too worried. Me neither. Like from the past seasons, they've all been good. Like I don't like the Mahotsukai villains. I like their designs, but them as villains were kind of nothing. And yeah, definitely. I think that lately they've been working with the villains. Like what Hukto did, like it was unprecedented in the Precure world. That was awesome. The blonde is Grave. Grave. Yeah, Grave. Like Grave had a very simple but human motive that worked very nicely, and Noir used that to make him a villain, and it was fire. I loved it. And Kira Kira, what did we have? Kira Kira, Hugto, and Star Twinkle. Like the 3 seasons, they had great villains, and Star Twinkle had Tenjo, who was kind of boring. Like, I think that Tenjo, they took a long time to show her true colors. But like ultimately nowadays, I like her a lot. I like her a lot. But like in general, the latest seasons have been great with villains. Preheart said, Biburi will always be the best part of Kira Kira for me. Biburi was, I love Biburi so much. I love Biburi. She was a great character, and it's interesting because her official spelling is Vibri. It's so strange, but it's nice. Close was way too obsessed with taking down Haruka. It was really unsatisfying. That was all his character. I think that one of the biggest problems of Go Princess, like the villain on the villain side, was that those two um, helmet villains, the Mickey and the rabbit one, like they were just nice to look at. That's that. And I don't know, like they should have used clothes in a different way. I don't know. I don't like clothes. But like Shut, I love Shut so much. You guys have no idea. And when Shut used to fight the cat lady, I'm I'm forgetting all of the names. Miss Shamour. Do you guys remember that episode when he fought Miss Shamour? I love that episode. And Miss Shamour was, oh my god. Inuba, how are you doing? Hope you're fine from work. Hi, Thais. Um, I feel like I'm the only one who likes Tenjo. She's my favorite star to Winkle. I like Tenjo. I like Tenjo. But, um, like, as I said, I think they left her way too much to this ending part. And, like, in the first few episodes, like basically in the first 35 episodes, she was just sitting there giving orders to her pawns. And that's a personality trait you can work on. They could have worked on better. I don't know. Shut is the best. Shut is the best. Amiris, I loved the villains from Doki Doki. That's just me. That's not just you. They're amazing. The Doki Doki villains are great. Well, the three villains, but there were other two that were killed very quickly. But the three villains are great, and I hate the main villain with a passion. And that's like when you hate a villain, it's a good like when you hate the villain for his actions, that's a good thing because it means he's doing what he's supposed to do. Right? I forgot his name. Ida, Mamo, and Bell. Bell. I hate Bell so much. Oh my god, he made me so angry because he was a great villain because he was a great villain. So yeah, Doki Doki had great villains too. I think they were the best part of the season. And Cure Ace. People disagree with me on that, but I'm gonna say this. Cure Ace was amazing. Bunby. Bunby is a legend in the Precure universe, obviously. Obviously. And another villain that I love is Hoshiwa. I love Hoshiwa. She was one of my favorites. This trio, this trio for me, I can't find a bigger picture. Like I haven't searched properly. Like she was so nice. She was so nice. I loved her. Like the uh Cinnamon secretly wants to be one of Tenjo's pawns. I don't. Inuba, I would like to be Kapara's pawn for sure though. Anthony Thomas first, Papadu second, Capard, and third Shut. I think we have very similar tastes. We have very similar tastes in villains. Mm, Regina was the best redeemed villain in my opinion. I yeah, I think they worked a lot with Regina. I think they worked a lot with her. Let's just say that I don't like her, but yeah, I think that Regina, she like they worked a lot with Regina, and I think that I don't know, like, did someone ever talk about the the Doki Doki season, like producers, writers? I remember I read that they had other thoughts for the villains. That two villains that were killed, they were supposed to be something else, and like, yeah, I get that part. But Regina, I never understood what they did to her because like she was so popular and then they simply disappeared with her in the season, and I think that it was a disappointment for lots of people at the time because people loved her. Honestly, I don't know, I don't understand what they were trying to do with her character at that time. My first exposure to Happiness Charge was the video of she was singing versus Kira Honey singing, and I knew this girl was going to be yes, yes, I I just love that episode so much. I just love that. Hoshio is so underrated. She is so underrated. Best Precure villain is Moerumba because I mean, Moerumba was great. I think Moerumba suffers from an older time in Precure in which we couldn't see much of the villains. And Stars, Splash Star, Splash Star, Splash Star was like a different season to like in terms of villains because like it was just like Futariwa. Like the villain appeared, they stayed by themselves, and then they were killed, and then another villain appeared. Basically, that was that. And unfortunately, we couldn't see much of them. But Splash Star had great villains. I love Moirumba. I love Kintoleski, Shitatare. They were great. They come from another era. They were awesome. They were strong. Like when Kintoleski would fight the girls, I would love. I loved the fighting scenes between Kintoleski and the Splash Star Cures. Yeah. Noble C said there were supposed to be two other villains to complete the seven deadly sins. Oh, all we got were two unnamed shadows. Okay. Yeah, that might have been interesting. I don't know because the three villains are great and the other two sucked a lot, and I was glad they were killed off very quickly. Regina should have been Cure Ace. No, she should. I was so glad she wasn't. I was so glad she wasn't. But like, if I were the writer of Doki Doki, I would put Regina as Cure Ace because she was wildly popular at the time. But probably they had already written the story prior, so they couldn't change it in midway. But like Regina, mm, yeah, Regina, like she, based on popularity, she should have had a bigger role. Yeah, but she did have a bigger role. Frenier is sad. I think Toei wants to literally pull the ace out of from out of nowhere, an ace hole in the hole, if you will. Yeah, I don't know. Like I don't know what Toei was thinking with Doki Doki, but I liked Ace and I liked Aguri. I liked her a lot, and she revived the season for me. And I love her backstory as well. But I don't know. Like I do understand where people when people say they don't like her and they don't like how she was introduced because it doesn't make much sense. Like she coming out of it will make sense later on, but for people that are watching, things coming out of nowhere, they're always strange. Mm, the two girls from Splash Star were so awesome, and I have yet to even watch Splash Star. I don't know if you're talking about Saki and Mai or Michiru and Kaoru, but both of them, fire. Watch Splash Star. The start of Splash Star is probably the worst thing you will see in the whole Precure universe. The start of Splash Star is really bad. Like up until episode 7 or 8, things start to pick up and they start to become really good. But the start, like I understand when people say it turns them away because it's not that good. But you know, who's your favorite cure from Doki Doki? Cure Ace is the only cure I like in Doki Doki. So yeah, she's my favorite. I do like when I was watching Doki Doki at the time, Rosetta was my favorite up until Ace came. And I like the designs of the cures in Doki Doki. They're very beautiful. I don't like Sword's design. She's the only one I don't like visually. But the other four are great and I love their designs, but like my favorite one is Ace. Yeah. I like that Splash Star brought the secretary to the main villain, become the main villain. Yeah. Yes. That twist in Splash Star was great. Um, does Michiru and Kaoru count as the sixth extra cure? They don't. Like they were helpers in the last battle, and that was it. Like they helped in certain parts of the season, and that was like that's what they did. And then in the last battle, they got the powers from the cures and they fought with them, and that's it. Like they didn't really become full-fledged cures. You know, they just helped in the last battle. That's why I don't think they count as extra cures in that season. And well, the All Stars movies are there to prove it. Rosette is probably my favorite Doki Doki because she's a cinnamon roll. She's cute. I loved Alice. Alice was cute. And Cure Sword is my favorite cure in Doki Doki. I think the Cure Sword, she had so much potential to be one of the best cures in Doki Doki, but I don't know. I think the potential was a little lost uh, with time. You know, I didn't like her development, and like she was a cure that fought alone before the others appeared, and when the others joined her, like she felt so weak and like I don't know. What are your thoughts on Solar and Wester from Fresh? Girl, Fresh Precure. Do you want a great season of Precure? Just watch Fresh. Everything about Fresh is amazing. And like, I love the villains and I love all of them except for that like older guy that wasn't really present as a villain. I liked him, but all of them, like East, Solar, and Wester, killers. And Northa. Northa, oh my god. Northa. Yes, Northa is amazing. I love her. And Solar and Wester, both of them are gorgeous. I also love them a lot. Like every single character in Fresh is memorable for a reason, for a different reason. Solar and Wester, they are both very memorable, and what they became in the end, I loved that. The last battle from Fresh was very nice. I do like exploring the more human side of new villains, but I also love a good irredeemable monster who gets killed off mid-season. Let me ask you guys a question. Do you think the Ophiuchus princess from Star Twinkle is going to be killed? Is she redeemable in some way or no? What are your thoughts? Do you guys think something will happen with the Ophiuchus princess? What do you think will happen with the Ophiuchus princess in the last moments of Star Twinkle, of this goddess, of this beautiful lady? I think we're all in love with her. She is amazing. I I don't even know what to say. She is a queen already. She is one of the villains I like the most, like one of the big bosses I like the most right now. She is a villain in the sense of the word, you know? She is a villain. Kira Diamond could have been such a good fleshed out character if she wasn't shoved to the side so much. I think that's the problem with Doki Doki. All the development the girls had was in relation to Mana, except for Ace. But the other ones, they couldn't be developed outside of Mana, and that irritated me a lot. Yes, Precure 5. Uh, yes, Precure 5 is the series that I first watched. Yes, Precure 5 is gorgeous. Gorgeous. Franner is in complete love with the Ophiuchus princess. I want her to step on me. That's the best thing. I hope that you could be stepped on someday by her. You're gonna become an outrader soon enough. I think she's gonna be killed. She'll be fine. I don't think so. I think she's gonna be killed. I think Ophiuchus can be redeemed, but I don't know if they will do that. Like, I don't know. I think that she is a bad being. You know, she is just bad. Like, it's not something that happened to her that made her become bad. She is just bad. You know, that's just who she is. That it's not like, oh my God, I am thinking about the humans now, and now I understand their side. No, she doesn't want to think about humans. She's a superior being. She doesn't want to think about like lesser beings. I think that's how I see her character, basically. And like honestly, I think that redeeming her would be harder because of this. But maybe Star will be able to reach her. Star is crazy, and crazy people can do crazy things. Turn into a pen. If she would turn into a pen, I would love that. I would love that so much. It might be the same deal as our last few seasons, and she might just be reborn. Or she can turn into a black furred version of Fuwa. I don't know. That would also be great. That would also be great. Yeah. Either she will be reformed or all the princes will be reborn. They're all one and the same, technically. Maybe. I think the princesses, like, let's just be honest here. If we have a god and the god we have is somewhat like those princesses, they're just like, so I don't know. Like, I honestly hope the princesses step away from that palace and say, well, let those people, let those aliens run the universe however they want to do, because the way they're ruling about doing nothing, if she gets turned into a pen and gets locked away, that would be the most, that would be great. That would be great. Yeah, for sure. mm, I'm scared of snakes, but I love this villain. Yeah, I'm very scared of snakes as well. I'm very scared of snakes, but I think snakes are nice. Like, they mesmerize me. So I love snakes in media, but I don't like getting close to snakes. Cure doesn't want to kill her, so whatever Cure says will become true just because. Yeah, Cure is just that girl, Kirayaba. Cure Chaos would totally use her pen. Girl, all fan theories are coming together at this end, and Cure Chaos will come, she will arrive, she will fight with the pen of the Ophiuchus Princess against the 5-star Twinkle Girls. Come on, let's do this. I mean, gods in Greek mythology are kind of like that, so they're in character. Gods in Greek mythology, they like screwing humans in many different ways. Let's put it this way. Some helped, some didn't, and yeah, like the princesses in the past, they just don't do anything. I wish Soleil would just set her hair on fire. Girl, that's evil. You can kill her, but don't destroy her hair. Her hair is beautiful. Like don't do anything to her hair. You can kill her, but don't mess with her hair. It's an important part of the design. I was actually happy when she destroyed the princesses' thrones because they just sit there like they don't do anything. They don't watch. They don't even watch TV. They just stay there doing nothing. They could just throw a party or something. I don't know. Yeah, Fenrir said she cannot be purified. Nothing happened to her to change her motivation outside of the princesses forcing their opinion on her. Yeah, she just had a different view on humanity, on life, outside of being a god. So, yeah, like I think that she can have a change of mind, but she can't be purified. That's for sure. She can she can be she can't be purified. That's out of the question. If they do that, it's going to be very out of the question. I don't know. Whole input is being very very risky. Hey Aries, what you want to do today? I don't know, Leo. What do you want to do today? Yeah, like, come on. I wouldn't like being sit there like, and honestly, they're ready for a party. They're ready for a drag party. The princesses, they just look like drag queens. Like the costumes and the hairs, like the, this is just drag queens. And honestly, their designs are amazing. They just throw a party there. Come on, do something. Do something. She reminds me of Dune, just a superior being that can't be redeemed. Yeah, Dune was a villain that I would like to see more of. I would like to see more of. Fucus will die and Sailor Galaxia will be born from her ashes. That's a great. Show that idea to Toy. Show that idea to Toy because, like, they need something to bring Sailor Moon Crystal up again. And a crossover with Precure in the Sailor Stars movie or season, whatever they're going to make, might bring the hype a little more. Show that idea to Toy or don't if you don't want it to happen. Felipe said maybe she will be like Dune. Maybe she'll be like Dune. But yeah, I think that like Dune was very last moment. He just appeared for the last battle and they just killed him. They just won against him. And in the Ophiuchus case, we're having more of a backstory. We're having her being shown more. I don't know. Don't forget it's an anime for little children. She will be purified. That's not what happens, like always. Sometimes they kill villains. It's been a while though. It's been a while since they were able to like mercilessly kill a villain. I remember when Milky Rose killed a villain and we had like a scene between two villains, the one that was being killed and his friend, and like it was emotional. And so I don't know. Kiristar and the girls losing just to hear a loud moon crisis make up in the distance. Yeah. I actually talked about this on Twitter a while ago about the princesses dying and being reborn, just like how actual stars are born and die. Well, yeah, that could be a thing, but we're talking about gods. They're basically gods here. And so, Like with gods, you can do virtually anything. You just say that's how gods work because honestly, that's how gods work. Like we don't know. Like in every culture, there are different representations of gods and gods dying and being reborn, or they just being like superior beings, and like different ways of showing gods. I'm saying that, but the show has never called them gods. They're just creators of the universe. So yeah, basically they are gods, but the show never used that term to talk about them. I remember Dune smiled to cure Blossom. Those scenes are very strange because I never know if the villains are smiling because they have been purified, or they like, I'm smiling at you because you finally had to kill someone, so now you're not that perfect little magical girl anymore. You had to kill me. Ha, I got you. I don't know. A crossover like that would probably kill me. I I would give everything to see a crossover between Precure. Not everything, but I would give a lot to see a crossover between Precure and Sailor Moon. Yeah. What difference would her killing the princess make? They have no imagination. Serious, did they even imagine this turning out this badly? And literally, it's all in Fua, or life around the universe. Yeah, they. I think they thought about it. It's impossible to understand those. I I don't even have words. Let's put some green here. It's impossible to understand them because mm, I don't know. Why Toei never did a crossover between Sailor Moon and Precure? I think that Sailor Moon is something that Toei does not mess with much. Naoko is very protective of Sailor Moon, so I don't think it's possible. Like we can see that in merchandise, maybe, but I don't think it can actually happen in animation. I feel like Naoko is very protective. She's very protective of the Sailor Moon franchise. So, like, for her to approve something like that, it would be very hard. And like Sailor Moon Crystal exists because it's an animated version of the manga, and so we're not messing much with what Naoko did, so that's fine. But I think that going out of what she created, I don't think she would do that. I don't think. Yeah, Scorp and Bumby. That's what I was talking about. That scene was very like wow. It was like tears were falling. I just want a giant crossover of Toy's best anime. Come on, please let it happen. I think Precure would have some great scenes with Dragon Ball, maybe something like that. And I think that's it. I like Dragon Ball with Precure. Is Toy Animation the one that does One Piece? I'm not sure anymore. Toei honestly just likes to milk its franchises, using Precure for toys, Sailor Moon for merch, Dragon Ball and One Piece existences bring in a lot of cash. Yeah, I think that they don't mess much with Sailor Moon because Sailor Moon is a franchise that doesn't need anything else for money. Money just comes in. Money just comes in. You just put Sailor Moon's face in something and it sells. So, yeah. Magical Girl Tyson. Yeah, that's a dangerous thing. Would it be? Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, One Piece and Dragon Ball. Yeah, Dragon Ball. I think Dragon Ball and Precure would be a great crossover. Uh, but yeah, I don't know much. Toy already did a big crossover between their anime. Yeah, I remember that. I remember that. Dragon Ball, One Piece, and Toriko. I watched Toriko. Not all, but like 50 episodes, which is a very big thing for me. Toriko was nice. I liked it. I liked it. The crossover didn't have Precure Sailor Moon in because it was aimed at teenage boys. Yeah. Here's the thing: bringing like Sailor Moon and Precure would be more plausible because the focus is the same. But you know, bringing like One Piece, Dragon Ball, and Precure would be very hard because Precure is not aimed at the same target as those other shows. So it's called Toy. Oops, I mean Toy. Yeah, like they're a corporation, right? Nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that. Well, they should pay their animators better. I don't even know how much they get, but we know it's not much. Cure Grace and Madoka Kanime crossover, please. Yeah, that's also another. That would be also a very big thing for sure. That would be a big thing. Magical Girl crossover would be epic. Yeah, it would for sure. Remember that April's Fool joke Toy pulled where they announced the Hector Precure vs Dragon Ball Super movie? Yes, that was so amazing. Oh my god, that was fire. If that happened, it would be so great. I would love to see that. I think Dragon Ball and Precure should have a crossover because, you know, battle wise, they match. They match a lot. Let me see if I can find the poster they did at the time. It's this one, right? It would have been so epic. It would have been so epic. Yeah. One Piece and Detective Conan are never-ending anime series. I think that the Oda said that One Piece is ending soon, like 5 years or something. I don't know. What about Ultraman and Precure crossover? I think Freyner and Asterisk should talk more about that because I know nothing about Ultraman. I don't know. Like, I don't know how it would work or if I would like it or not because I have never seen Ultraman. It's something I should watch. I just want Luffy and Usagi to meet. Their personalities would be so perfect together. Oh my god, that would be so much fun. That would be so much fun. Dragon Ball crossover would be cool because Futariwa had the same director. Yeah, the battles in Precure were inspired by Dragon Ball battles. So, like, at least when it started. So, that would be a very nice thing. Like, it would match. It would match. No matter what season you put up there, it would be nice. It would work. Oh, you haven't seen an episode of Ultraman? Okay. Like, I don't know the differences between like Ultraman and the more current Sentai shows, but I know Ultraman is like a Soul Ranger, right? I'm not sure. Toei is going to milk One Piece's anime for all it's worth. Yeah. Animators struggle with pay industry wise. Minuscule ani. Sadly, it's a regular thing in the industry. They usually get $20, $50 per cut. Mm. Like, I'm not a very good person with numbers, so I don't know if that's much or is that's like a good or a bad thing. But it's probably a very bad thing. And there was an interview with an old animator from Pokemon, and he said they get very little, and if you worked at a convenience store part-time, you would get more than you get from animating something. Come on. Come on. Like, people that work in stores, they deserve good pay for sure, but animators do too. Now I'm imagining Goku at some point becoming a Precure with an outfit just like Hana's father. Hana's father. Oh my god. Hana's father. Damn, he was fine. He was fine. I don't remember his name. Shintaro. There aren't many good pictures of him here. But he was so big. He was so big. Ichika's father was also great. I think there's a gif here. He's way too dressed. He is way too dressed in this one. I loved him. I loved him at that. I freaked out every time he appeared in Hugto. Yeah. I want Uni to fight along fellow Phantom Thieves. Yeah. Yeah. I would love to see that. Persona, Uni, and that Sentai. Not Looping Ninja. Looping Ninja is nice as well. But that one with the girls in which they transform as well. Amiris, what Precure season do you think is the best in the franchise so far? Kira Kira. And maybe Star Twinkle. Maybe Star Twinkle. But I will say Kira Kira since Star Twinkle is not over yet. To put in perspective, the cost of Netflix every month is $10. So $20.50 per cut is not a lot at all. But like, how does a cut work? Like, do you do a cut quickly or do you take like a long time to do it? Because I understand nothing about animation. Like, if I were to say something about animation, I would just spur out nonsense because I know nothing about it. I'm sorry. I shouldn't even be talking about that because honestly, it's something I don't know much about. Well, I did this live stream just for us to talk about Healing Good, but it's so fun talking about so many different stuff about the Precure universe and the anime universe as well. Are you guys watching Eizouken? Best dad is George. Venus, I'm gonna ban you. You're banned, okay? You are banned. A cut is every time the camera changes perspective. Oh, I see. I understand now. Yeah. Well, I imagine a cut, there's a lot of work with a cut. So, yeah, that would be hard. Like gaining very little from something that must require a lot of work. Uh, if Precure was to cross over with anything, it would be with a toy-owned series with a similar audience. If you narrow it down, the most likely would be indeed Super Sentai, which they already seem to be hinting. I I think Sentais are the best thing because like they air on the same slot, right? And like Precure and then Super Sentai or the other way around. I don't know. Like it would be a great thing, I think, because they're both for children and it's nice that they're not like focusing things for girls only for girls because there are lots of guys that like Precure as well, even in Japan. So that's awesome. Who's George? I think you'd better not know who's George, or you would like to kill Venus just like I want to right now. I'm excited for the Healing Good Precure's attacks and transformations. Me too. I love the transformation tidbit we got from Cure Grace. I think the transformation is going to be beautiful. I loved what we saw so far. Like this moment right here, like the background, the vibrant colors, I love it. And it clashes a lot with the tame colors we have in the other scenes from Healing Good. Like the colors are very pastel toned. They're very toned down. And then in the transformation, it becomes like this bright pink. I love it. I think we're going to have a lot of fun with Healing Good. I want to kill. I want. Me too. Me too. Oh God, George was a thing. George was a thing. Can't wait to see Hinata's and Chiyu's transformations. Me too. Like their poses, everything in everything transformation wise. I think it's going to be a lot of fun. And I can't wait to see their poses. I remember when I saw Kira Unji's pose for the first time, I freaked out a little bit because it was so nice, the way she does the pose. It looks very different to Star Twinkle, which is good. I like there being a lot of variety between seasons. Yes. It does look indeed very different from Star Twinkle. That's awesome. It's great when we have different designs like this. I like George because of how complex he is. He's more of a villain you're supposed to figure out on your own. Though I'm not gonna lie, he's very creepy. Well, yeah, I think that the thing about George is that I think they were trying to go a certain way in that story, but they couldn't show it clearly, so they didn't show it at all. So we don't know George's background officially. We don't know what happened in the future with the cures, with Cure Tomorrow. We don't know. That's a problem for me. That's not a problem like not knowing it all, but like you show something and then you don't really show it because you can't. You can't show that George is supposed to be Hannah's future someone. Like, I don't know. And there was an interview with someone saying George is just a friend of the family when he goes to give roses or flowers, I don't remember which flowers, to Hannah in the last episode. In one of the last scenes of Hugto, like someone on the production team said, "Oh, George is just a family friend." Like, girl. We know. We know. Mm-hmm. We believe you. I think Hannah married George in the future, though. Hannah passed away, and that's why George wanted to stop time. That's my theory, though. Yeah, that's my theory as well. That's my theory as well. And if that's the case, great. Great. That would be a great story. But that would be a great story. Yeah. They never explained the calamity in Hugto, and it bothers me. Like we never actually faced the biggest threat. You said it all, girl. T said it all. Felipe said, with a great VA for the main cure, I just want to see an episode just full of singing. Musical episodes are nice in anime in general. Yeah. I love singing episodes. I remember there's an episode in Mermaid Melody in the first season in which they sang all of the songs they had at the time. And it was so nice. It was an episode full of songs. It was great. Asterisk said, it's definitely damage control from Toy who are worried about complaining parents, I think. Yeah, I think it's something like that as well. Like, they can't properly show what they wanted to. So, maybe they just tried to, not show anything. Zoo, oh my god, how are you doing? You're here with us. Thank you for being here. I can't believe the transformation item is a wand. Me and my sister thought that the purses in the magazine scans were the transformation items. That's pretty cool. That's a different thing, right? That's a very different thing. I brought the chaos to this live stream and I feel my mission. Oh, Venus. Oh, God. I'm not even going to say anything. I'm just going to say George sucks. That's all. Galaxy Fish said, okay, but another musical Precure movie would make me so happy. I want the girls to sing like Disney characters. Come on, Toy. Yeah, that All-Stars with lots of songs is one of my favorite All-Stars because they sing a lot. And like they don't sing a lot. Like, yeah, they have like 3 songs, I think, and a villain song. And then there are lots of songs from the seasons themselves. But them actually singing like a musical, there were very few. So that movie was amazing. I loved it. We're in for a season full of fairies, and I'm so excited. Yes. lots of fairies, lots of cuteness, and I'm pretty sure uh, the fairies are going to be like a high point of Healing Good. Just look at those babies. Just look at those babies. They look so precious. I love them so much. I cannot think of one instance where weapon, mascot, and transformation device were all in one. Yeah, I think it's the first. It's a first in Precure, right? I think it's a first in Precure. And that's amazing. Like 17 seasons in, we're still bringing something new to the table. Like they need to be very creative, especially with like uh, a franchise that always follows a certain trend in seasons and merchandise, and there are lots of rules in Precure. Yeah, I support George Kudai rights. George Kudai rights to shut up. Yes, please, please, please. Carnival was great. Carnival was great. And you know, you just saying that, just remember that Carnival this year is going to be in February. Like it always is in February. But I'm hyped for the Carnival. I wanted to go to Sao Paulo for the Carnival. Carnival here in Brazil is the biggest thing. You guys know that, right? I can't wait to see the girls' main hangout. I think a tree house would be so cute and would fit with a nature theme. I think that we're gonna have two different hangouts in the season, and one of them is going to be in Chiyu's bathhouse, and the other one is going to be in the vet from Hinata's family, because the vet has a cafe in it. So I think those two are going to be like the main hangouts for the girls. But a tree house would be very nice. Precure movie 2020, Clash Between Light and Darkness. A movie features all the dark cures from each series. Oh, Dark Tender. No, please, don't put Dark Tender there. Just put Cure Tender. I love Cure Tender. We barely see her. And yeah, I hope in 2023, the 20th series would invite all the Precure. That would be a bold movie. That would be a bold move for Toy. Ojama Doremi hard catch crossover. Let it happen. Let it happen, please. That would be amazing. I still need to finish Doremi. I just watched the first season. I I was thinking today I need to watch Aikatsu. I'm so behind on Aikatsu. Um, I can't think of a mascot transforming into a weapon either. It was usually just to augment weapon by integrating into it tones. Maybe milk, but that's it. Yeah, I think that um, I think that we had mascots turning into transformation devices, but weapons is a first, and then bringing all the three together, great move. Latte owns my heart already. She owns mine too. I love her. I love her mother. I think I love her mother more than her. Nyatoran is perfect for making crying cat memes. Oh my god. What if we got a tree house at Nodoka's home, so each house has an interesting aspect? Yeah, that would be amazing. That would be amazing. That would be amazing. There's something so charming about tree houses. There is. I when I was a child, I wanted to have one. Nowadays, I just think about the bugs, and no. I guess the hard catch fairies could be scarves. Yeah. Yes, Purun and Lulun. Yeah, they kind of became weapons. I'm so behind on so many magical girl anime. Shugokara, Princess Tutu, and Creamy Mummy. Shugokara is one of my favorites. I love Shugokara, especially Shugokara Doki. I love that season. It was awesome. Princess Tutu is also another one. Damn, Princess Tutu is so good. Creamy Mummy is another one that I haven't seen. Like, there are so many magical girl shows out there. I also am very behind on them. I should watch some. I'm watching Titans on Netflix, and when it's over, I'm going to watch AJ and the Queen on Netflix as well. because like I like watching things laying down in my bed, and I boot up my PlayStation and I put Netflix there. It's easy to control. If like it's easy to control when you're watching things on Netflix or Crunchyroll, and Crunchyroll never brings Magical Girl shows. Come on, Crunchy. Mm. Hi, Violet. How are you doing? That's why Prudence was best fairy. He could transform into anything. Iconic. Prudence is iconic. Prudence. Prudence is just Prudence. I love him so much. I think Prudence. I know Prudence is yours, Zoo. I know, but I think Prudence is my favorite Precure mascot ever. I love. I don't want to see Prudence cry. Um, I love him so much. I. He's just incredible. Let's put this image here because it's a happier Prudence. I love him so much. Podun and Lulun just helped augment powers by gaining additional items, powers though. I don't remember very well. I think Lulun became a, a box, something. I don't know. She became something, right? And it was used kind of as a weapon. I don't remember. I don't think so, because poor Shiny Luminous. Poor Shiny Luminous. She didn't do anything. She was able to at least paralyze the monsters, right? I'm a master binge watcher. I watched 900 plus episodes of One Piece. How did you do it? Galaxy Fish, what? Damn, it's impressive. It's impressive. Um, I am a very slow watcher. I watch like 2 episodes and I start sleeping. You know, age is coming. Age is not just a number. I also love Fua. I love Fua as well. I love her. She's our precious little savior. I love Fua. But Purun's, you know, Purun's is our king and savior. But I love Fua as well. Shiny Luminous is easily the most underrated cure. I love Shiny Luminous, and for a while she was my favorite cure, up until Cure Lemonade appeared. But I think that the biggest problem with her is Shiny Luminous herself, like what she does and what she can't do as Shiny Luminous, and she tries, but because like Hikari as a character is very nice. I love it. I love her character. Crunchy needs to wake up. It does, girl. It does. All I got here is a weird Futariwa Precure Spanish dub. It was a trip. Girl, show that to us. Show that to us, please. Crunchyroll. I thought Crunchyroll was going to air Madoka, the Magia record season. It is, but with a big delay. I was so angry when I heard about that delay. Damn. What about Cure Princess? I like Cure Princess. Do you guys like her? I like her. I love her actually. I loved the way she fought. And yeah. Star Twinkle versus space themed cures. Moonlight, Sunny, Diamond, Felice, Parfait, Etoile. Who would win? Soleil would win. I'm obviously joking, but just put Felice there. You just put Cure Felice there. That's it. That's it. Just put Cure Felice against all the other cures. Yeah, I think the delay on Madoka is. I think that it's because of Funimation. I think there is something about Funimation, and it's being aired first in Funimation and then in Crunchyroll. I don't know why, but I think it's probably because of contracts and such. Um, I've seen people say that's what Hinata will be, just a shielding cure, but I disagree. I feel like she will have both defensive and offensive abilities. I think so as well. I think that that paw she did is just an ability that she can do with her wand, and probably all of them can do different versions of that. I don't know. Like that's how I feel. Just think about Cure Honey. Yeah, exactly. Cure Honey is one of the best yellow cures, and I will stand by that. I will stand by that as well. Cure Honey. I love Cure Honey so much. She's a queen. Streaming services need to realize 2020 and the world's pretty universal. People aren't going to wait. People aren't going to wait. Like, I know having Madoka in your platform is a big thing, but this contract did not favor you at all, Crunchy. It just didn't. Poor Puruns. Don't cry, Puruns. Things will be alright. Things will be alright. I love Puruns in this image. I think I'm right in front of his face. He looks so nice. Uh, there are so many ways to use shields. I don't know why Toy doesn't go 100% on it. Yeah, I think that they don't know how to do defensive cures in the Precure universe. One of the things they did it right was with Cure Sunshine. I think the only way they did it right. I don't know. We're gonna just complain about Precure not getting official subs just for Netflix to announce a live action Futariwa. I would stand by that. I would love to see how that would go. I would love to see how that would go. Cure Honey is my favorite happiness charge girl. She is a queen. I love her. Better than Netflix, who always wait until an anime is finished to get it. Yeah, I think the good thing about Netflix is that it doesn't need anime in its platform. You know, it just doesn't. It just like Netflix. People get Netflix not because of the anime, so uh, they don't need to have it at the time. You know, people like for example, Carolyn Tuesday. It will not be a deal breaker for people to sign in on Netflix or not if Carolyn Tuesday is there or not. So Sunshine is the best one with shields, or like I said, Honey. Yeah, I think Honey is not a defensive cure. She is. Honey was everything. You know, she is a booster. She was a booster. She was an attacker. She was a defender. She was anything she wanted to be. And yeah, I think it's more because the happiness charge girls, they were just everything. It was just everything. I remember a few instances where Kira Rosetta used her shields as projectiles and such. She used, like, I remember there was one episode of Kira that was focused on Rosetta. It told how she met Mana. It was very nice. The fight was very nice. She used her shields and she used them to as weapons, and it was cool. It was cool. It was amazing. Cure Honey is my honey queen cure in Happiness Charge. Honey's Rest love song is the best. It is. Every time she sang that song, it gave me life. Netflix can do week to week formula. They do for other shows. They just choose not to. That's just the worst thing ever. And today I learned that Beastars is going to be available on Netflix in March. Like, why are they waiting so much? Why are they waiting so long to put Beastars there? I love how brutal Cure Lovely was. She was savage. Cure Lovely, I think it was Jack who said it on Twitter that Cure Lovely was the cure from all of the seasons that had the most fun fighting. And I stand by that 100%. Like, she had so much fun. She had so much fun while fighting. It was so nice watching that. It was amazing. Happiness Charge had the best power set in all Precure. I agree. Kira Honey song always gets stuck in my head. Itadakimasu to gochiso sama. Are you gonna do a countdown for Healing Good? I won't. If I had to do it, I should be doing it already. I did last year with Start Twinkle, but I was not as creative as I was last year to do it this year with Healing Good. Like as I said, I I have no idea how I did those countdowns because like if I were to do a countdown this Friday, what would I talk about? Like is there a lot to talk about Healing Good? Like we've seen most of like most of there is for them to show now. So that's why I didn't really think about doing a countdown of Healing Good this year. I'm sorry. And I'm just going to leave this image here because it's cool. Anyways, guys, I think I am going to stop now. I am very hungry. I'm going to get something to eat and I'm going to keep on watching Titans. Corey, I love Corey. I love Stellar. Is she called Stellar in English? Starfire. Oh my god. She's called Starfire in English because in Portuguese she's called Stellar. Estelar, though. Stellar. How about a wish list? I did a wish list on Healing Good a while ago when we had the name of the season only. And like we had the name of the season and the logo. So I did a wish list back then. We didn't get some of the things on my wish list because I wished for the like green cure, and I didn't definitely not wish for a pink, blue, yellow trio. But okay, I'm happy with what we got. They're amazing. Netflix annoys me so much with their anime. They're making live actions of Cowboy Bebop. Cowboy Bebop, I get it. They can, like, it can be something nice. But One Piece, girl, just no. Who's more sinister, Red or Ofuku Star Princess? Blue. Blue and George. Blue and George, they're the most sinister villains in Precure. That would be insane if your Cure Parasol wish ended up coming true, though. Cure Parasol, that's a great name, right? I love that name. At least we're getting an umbrella. So, like, we're getting an umbrella there some way. Inuba said, why don't you do predictions before each episode, your episode video, and a post analysis of your pre analysis? That's nice. That would be very nice. I like that. It's something to think about. Maybe like a live stream. I like doing live streams. It's always fun talking, like directly. The most sinister villain in Precure is Bumby. Bumby is amazing. Oh my god, Bumby. We're all fans of Bumbies, right? Anyways, I'm gonna get something to eat because I'm hungry as hell. If you guys have any ideas of future live streams or videos, just leave a comment or talk to me on Twitter or here on YouTube, wherever you like. Inuba, I like your idea. It's a very nice one. Maybe do a live stream before the episode, like on Fridays. I don't know. I like doing live streams, but I don't know like the best time to do live streams because we're all in different time zones. But it's always fun because it's always like having like you guys together with me here. So thank you so much for being here tonight with me. You made my night. Live streams would be easier on the editing and uploading side. Yes. Girl, like editing videos are so hard. Editing videos are so hard. Live streams are good because they give me something to have on while I'm drawing thumbnail arts. Asterisk, I love your arts. Everyone, thank you so much. I'm going to eat now. Like, I don't know what I'm eating. Thank you so much. Have a great night or day. Do a live stream on the shows you plan on watching on winter 2020. Yeah, that's a great idea. Is winter the one we're having right now, or the next? I think this is the one, right? I haven't started anything apart from Azoken, which is amazing. I loved the first episode. And yeah, I could do a live stream talking about the future shows. Great idea. Thank you, Galaxy. Thank you, Astris. Thank you, everyone, for being here tonight with me. I've had a great, great time. I plan to do like a half-hour stream, and it like almost 2 hours. How much are we here? 1 hour and 45 minutes. Damn. I'm a Gemini. I love talking. Thank you so much for being here tonight with me. Thank you for, making me company and talking about Precure and so many other stuff. I promise to do more. I loved doing this one. Thank you so much. Have a great night. Have a great meal. Drink lots of water, especially if it's hot like it is today here in Brazil. Thank you so much, guys.